retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boiling up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring to their knees. Take the fantasy. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise.
Welcome to what is quite possibly the greatest console sim racing league podcast in the world.
Welcome to another episode of what are we called again? We Suck at ACC with Larry and my co-host, Mr. Tyler Deeds. Say hello. Had a few technical issues this morning with our guest, not his fault at all. Stupid technology. However, given my age and Mr. Deeds' age and this guest's age, it's actually a source of pride for me that we were able to figure it out and he needed help. It makes me feel so youthful. So I'm pretty happy with that, actually. And you know what? We got some stuff to talk about, a race and everything that this gentleman was in. So why don't we just bring him right in? Let's just bring him straight in and we'll talk about it all, okay? Are you excited about this, Deeds? Josh, your best excited face. There it is.
Yeah.
Look at it. He knew
I'm
it
trying
was
to-
somewhere.
My brain is mathing right now, trying to figure out the age difference between all three of us.
Oh, yeah, if you average it out, I'll be a lot younger and you guys will be a lot older. So it works out well. All right, let's get him in here. Let's see. Is 15th time a charm? All right, he's muted. Can we fix this? Let's go. Go. Yes. There he is. Speak. Hello.
Hey, how's it
Yes.
going?
We did it. We did it.
Finally.
We were just saying before you got here, Nate, that, you know, you're 19 years old. I hope you don't mind me sharing. And I'm 44. And it was such an honor to be the one that helped a young person with technology. It made me feel so young. So welcome and thank you for that gift. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Just early morning, sun is barely rising, so all good.
Beautiful. You're on the West Coast, right?
Yes.
Which
All the way
part are you
here.
in?
California, all the way like San Diego more.
Oh, San Diego's awesome, man. We love it down there.
Yeah.
You've probably been down there with work, Deeds, haven't you? Or is that too West Coast for you?
No, I've been surprisingly not been able to go over there yet.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Well, we're going to kick this off with one thing. We had no idea what you looked like. We knew that you were of Hispanic origin, 19, and went to college. And your name. That's it. So would you like to go first, Deeds, of your artist's impression of what Nathan A. might look
I'd like
like?
to preface, he told me to do this.
I asked.
That looks like the description you give the officer. Here he is.
It does. Have you seen this man? It's like, yeah, he's everywhere. Every person looks like him. Everyone over 45 that wanted to serve in the military but didn't looks like that.
Don't worry. When he does this for our next guest, I'm just going to do the same picture.
Well, here's mine, and it had a bit of a college inspiration. I think I nailed it, except for the glasses. If I put glasses on this would be like a photo.
Yeah.
Would you on your
What?
skateboard?
You know what? Yeah, and I do skateboard. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
actually really good.
I mean, I basically, it's just you and me. But all right, man. So welcome. You've joined this. You fit it in really quick and really well. It came from a Reddit post, I believe, where you asked a question that had nothing to do with me, and I stuck my nose in and said, "If you want to come join us, you can," and you did. So tell us, how long have you been playing the game for? It appears like not very long.
So I've been playing the game, I think now like almost a month, maybe
Disgusting.
like almost 4 weeks. So not that much time on it.
What about previous racing games though? This can't be your first time around.
No, no. I've had WRC, Gran Turismo Sport, F121. So those have been, I think, 2.5 years.
Okay, yeah, that makes a bit
Yeah.
more sense. But I think to do this, everyone knows that. Well, not everyone. I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of people know that games get optimized for controller as well as wheel, and I think ACC notoriously does not. So it's horrible to drive on a controller.
It
And
really is.
And somehow you have extraordinary pace. How is that possible? How do you do that?
So, I guess if I'm gonna do a kind of comparison, you guys obviously on the wheel, on the rig, you guys have force feedback. I know some pedals have like a little bit of like resistance when you press on them.
Yep.
So for me, I have to do three major things, which is my sight. So I got to make sure that I have buttons to check all around me.
Yep.
I got to make sure that my sound is good because I need to hear other cars. I need to hear my car if any of the wheels are spinning up. And I need to feel the level of vibration from the controller because that's the only input I get on how much force feedback I'm putting in.
Wow. That's amazing. That's like, did you grow up playing video games?
Yes, but I guess for many years, my racing game was Mario Kart.
Oh, wow. But still, but like just having the dexterity on the controller is, so I'll give you an example. When I was younger, FIFA was 4 buttons. It was the triangle was like tackle. Then it was like X was pass. Like something else was a through ball. It was like 4 buttons. And I tried to play it with my 6-year-old recently. And it's R1, R2, L1, L2, all create alternate combinations of each button.
Yeah.
So there's like, I think if you do the math, like 17,000 options. And I just can't do it. Like I cannot, like there's things that I can practice. Like I can get fitter. I can become a better boxer or whatever it might be. But I just, my brain is just not wired to react instantly like a steering wheel. Like I can do that because I've done that for many years. But my brain is just not wired to have that many buttons to play a game like that. So that's just, I think it's a thing of your generation. We got some younger guys that race in our GT world, like Arcane and Rue, who used to race with us, and a few others on controller, like dollars per win. And they just, you guys blow my mind, man. So kudos to you, especially in that game.
This is why Larry and I have this controller where it only has a few buttons.
Exactly. Yeah. Our
Like
controller is that, and our feet, we,
Yeah.
like, we're not very good at that. So it's the wheel makes sense.
Complicated. This is perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Do you have any ambition to get on the wheel eventually and get a rig? And
You know what? Just like a couple of days ago, I was, going online trying to look at some different rigs, like Logitech, Stressmaster. Obviously, I need something portable because, being at school and going home back and forth, it's, kind of a problem to have a whole set rig and not being able to move it appropriately. So,
well, have you seen the play seats, the foldable ones?
yeah, those are the ones I've been looking at. So just making sure that I have something that,
This
fits
one?
into me. Yeah, exactly that one. Yeah, exactly that one.
There you go. I mean, that's pretty portable, isn't it, Deets?
Yeah. I had to get it because I'm going to move at some point and it's just easier to move.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's good. We need to, so Cam, Cam Zilla, you would have seen him online and been chatting to him, that really nice guy. So he, I was helping him. I don't know if you caught my breaking video. It might have been right before you joined where I did.
Yeah.
You saw that? So that was for Cam. And during our time talking about that, I said, what would really help you is he raced on a 5 Newton meter wheel. And I said, if you get a 15 Newton meter, you'll get more feedback. A lot of people think it's just stronger, but it's not. The way I explain it to people is think of it like a budgeting of information it can give you. So it can be stronger, but with a 5 Newton meter wheel, let's say there's 10 inputs and it can only do 7, it does what's called clipping and gets rid of them. So I said to Cam, like, if you're trying to get more feedback through the wheel and, get more in contact with the car and stuff, maybe you should consider buying a 15 Newton meter. And before he had even responded, and I think I'd only sent it about 30 seconds before, He pulled up his Fanatec cart and said, "Yeah, you're right. I pulled the trigger." So we got Cam to spend $1,200 on a suggestion. So I'll open up the floor to everyone else to see how much money we can like bully you into spending on your rig as well. Like, see if we can get that up to 7 or 8 grand. You know, you got a full. We'll all build our dream rig for you, and you can pay for it. And
oh yeah, that'd be beautiful.
That'd be great. Yeah, but no, I get it seriously. Being in college, that's not gonna. Deeds has to move around a lot, so you got to be pretty practical with that. You know, if I had to move my sim rig, I'd probably just grab my sunglasses and leave it there and just take a new one because I'm that lazy. But yeah, I get that. So, all right, the race. This was your second race with us. You did Zolder. How'd you do at Zolder?
Zolder, I did pretty good. I know I came in fourth. I was mostly in second behind Vic for most of the time.
How did you end up in fourth? What was your story to fall from grace?
Oh, okay. So, keeping up with Vic, we do the pit stop within like 33 minutes left. I think, I'm keeping up with him. We're not, we're exchanging time lapse because of passing GT4s, and then I believe it was the last 15 minutes I realized I was going to be down 3 laps worth of fuel. So
wow.
I tried, fuel saving, letting off the throttle, using a different engine map. It was not working. And I realized, you know what? I'm just going to hammer it, go into the pits, go in, get out. And came back and forth. So I think it was like 40 to 50 seconds from Vic.
That's pretty good. Victor is, not only is he a fast driver, an unbelievable skilled driver, but he's a very, very meticulous detail guy. And he has yet to make a mistake in this race yet that is so easy to make mistakes in, stop and go, spinning out. He's such a meticulous planner. I really admire him, for that, because it's one thing to be fast, because I think I'm kind of the opposite of Vic. I think I'm fast. You haven't seen it yet in this game because I'm having trouble with some setup, but I usually am fast, but I'm not meticulous. I'm like, we'll figure it out. I hope that's enough fuel, So Victor is the best of both worlds. We have a lot of guys that are meticulous and not fast, but yeah, man, great job. So you came in fourth, you had fun. You reached out to me, you said a good time. So you came back for another round. How was the Hungora ring? I know you had some tech issues, and apparently I did too. How was that for you?
I mean, again, I'm at a school, so I'm kind of sharing Wi-Fi with over 3,000 to 4,000 other students. Everyone's using their computer. It was, the race was going good. Again, I was in second behind Vic. I think we were just starting to lap GT4 cars, and I disconnected. I was still having audio issues, so I couldn't even hear the game, so I couldn't keep my pace. But I saw the stream that I know Webo did, and just going back into the pits again and again. And I think I went into pits 4 times, and every time it was like,
was it a full disconnect from the game?
It was just a disconnect from the server.
But you could get back in and join the race again?
Yeah, I was being very fast on trying to get back in.
No, that's amazing, because in GT7, if you drop once, your race is over.
Yeah.
So that's great to know that technical issues will allow you to at least finish, let's say.
And you kept a pretty good pace. I remember because I know with your disconnects, I ended up in front of you, but you definitely got your lap back from me super easy.
Yeah. I know I did pass you, and then I disconnected again. So
I guess I missed that.
Yeah, I just kept going back and back, but no, I think for me it was just finishing the race. I didn't matter if I came in last. It's good experience for me to learn the game more. Yeah. I'm just having fun with the race.
I mean, there's so many of us that could learn from that, myself included. Sometimes we get so uptight about all these things that go on in these races, and we sometimes lose sight that really this is the modern version of kicking a soccer ball around in a park with your friends. Like, it should be fun. Like, I don't remember kicking a football around with my friends in Australia, missing a goal when I was a kid and being like, oh, shit. Like, I don't remember losing my mind over it. It was just fun. So that's a fantastic attitude, especially for your age, man. I mean, like, geez, you put me to shame. But But yeah, I remember I had, maybe you heard this. I don't know if your audio was playing up, but at the end, I got my fourth track limits for the race, which was a stop and go. I served that, and then I did that. Oh man, that pit limiter sign is so far away. I'll just floor it up there. And then I
Yeah.
tried to slow down, and that number didn't come down enough, and I got a drive through.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
So then I got that, and I was like, it's the second last lap. So I got a stop and go and a drive through on the second to last lap. And then I went out, and I was like, well, if I just drive, the race is over, it'll just add 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But I went around, and initially, you know how it says you got to stop and go 3 laps to serve it? Mine said stop and go 0 laps to serve this third one. So I just came around and finished and figured it would give me a penalty, but the race kept going, and it updated and said, no, you have 255 laps to serve this. It was like, you will serve this whether you like it or not. So I had to do a whole nother lap, come around, drive through again, and then it let the race finish. But it was like,
Wow.
but to me, I don't know if you heard it, I thought it was so funny how stupid I was. Like, it was just so funny just to headbutt the wall like that.
You know
That's
what? You know what?
The
Surprisingly, I
highlight
went to the
number 2.
stream.
You what? Sorry, Nate?
You know what? Funny about that? I even went back to the stream just to watch that because I'll be honest, I kind of laughed at it.
Oh no, it was funny. Like it cracked me up, because the second one, the first one I get, like I didn't practice at all, so I floored it. I made a mistake, but to come around 2 minutes later and do the same thing is just hilarious to me. It's so stupid, like, but really funny stuff. But we have a lap of yours we want to watch, and talk us through it. Talk through your thoughts and things like that. Let me know if you can. I'm just about to share my screen.
Are you share audio?
And share the sound. Thank you, Deeds. I would not have done that. Now, can you see that? It's not playing yet, but can you see it?
Yep, I can see that.
All right. So let's bring this up. Talk us through it. Talk us through your thoughts and everything. Give us. You're coming down the main straight here.
Yep. So I brake a little bit before like the 100-meter board, turning in. I know I kept turning wide, so just trying to make sure I don't spin out. Trying to go as much to the right side I can. Braking again right before the curb, trying to lean in. I know Vic was getting that down perfectly. Going left, trying to go as much as I can right before bottoming out the car. That was a big issue. Again, right before the curb, braking, turning in as much as I can. Going to left side, braking. There's like a red platform on the right side. There I am understeering. And then going, usually I'm shifting down, like early shifting right here. Going over the curbs as much as I can. Right here, right here I had a lot of issues, there you have to turn up traction control, get a good exit.
You were actively turning the traction control up and down throughout the track?
Yes, I was. It was just so I didn't overheat the tires.
I'm just watching your steering wheel too, and the amount of inputs and corrections you're doing is amazing on a controller. Like all these little micro inputs and stuff you're doing, it's quite the sight, honestly, on a controller. That's
I mean, obviously the more vibration, the more I know I have to correct it a little bit here and there. Right here I run wide, but
you cooked that a little, but still. And it's a very nice lap, man. Like, no matter the time, it was a good time, but like no matter the time, that was just some very, very capable driving there, man. Well done. And obviously, but I'll just clarify, you are manually changing gears as well. You're not.
Yes.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. That's impressive, man. Like, well done. Hats off to you. Anything else you saw in the race? Anything else that?
You know what? I think from like looking back on the race, there are a couple things I noticed. Like, everyone's very quick to the start. No one's really falling behind. Everyone's kind of in the mindset of being prepared. I know, like in this league, everyone kind of takes the game seriously, but maybe not seriously. I'll say more competitively.
Yep.
I don't want that having a negative connotation. And it's we try to be as respectful as we can. Especially for us GT3 cars. thankfully for the GT4, they make it fairly easy to pass. You know, they're very respectful and, you know, not getting too much in the way. You know, these past 2 races I've had, I haven't had any issues with anyone. You know, I haven't had anyone crash into me. You know, I haven't had anyone yelling at me like, oh, you know, get out the way, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So
Don't worry, that won't happen. That's the whole point of our league. We started a no yelling league with a little bit of ACC involved. So it's, you know, that was our plan, is to make sure that everyone's happy and having fun. Because, like you said at the start, it's like it's supposed to be fun. Don't worry about it, you know? And that's so important, man. But great race. So, sorry, Deeds. Go ahead.
How did you pick the McLaren?
why did I pick the McLaren? I picked the McLaren because on Gran Turismo Sport, I would drive the McLaren Coupe, the McLaren 620S, I believe. So I have a little bit more like muscle memory for that type of car.
Okay.
Obviously in ACC it's different, but I don't know. I would have chosen the Ferrari, but it doesn't handle the curbs very nicely, and I know the Evo kind of does have a good top speed and taking the curves better, so I just took it. And I just think it's a better looking car, personally.
Oh, somewhere in the world, a Victor just died. Like,
yeah,
he just fainted. But yeah, I mean, the McLarens are beautiful looking cars. They since they got past their automatic, like they're going to end up in the shop for, you know, for 100 hours for every 100 miles you drive. Like, they used to be so unreliable, but they are beautiful cars. I had the pleasure of having a 570 or a 650S for a weekend once, and they're beautiful except for the tight seats where I had to pull a butt cheek out and put it on the side of one of the seats because they're so small. But beautiful cars, man. Sweet. But all right, let's talk about a couple of other things coming up. So this weekend we have the 8-hour Nord race, 4-man teams, except you guys are now in a 3-man team because of a certain punk. But yeah, what are you excited for it? You looking forward to it? How's the prep coming along?
You know what? I'm very excited, especially being with Camzilla and Backmarker. You know, I kind of know what their skills are. You know what they're good at. You know, some things that we all need to work on.
Tell us 3 things Cam's bad at. Tell us things you don't like about him. Tell us 3 things you hate about him. Like, whatever, just the worst things you can tell us about Cam.
Oh, you're putting me in a difficult spot right here.
Oh, no, just go for it. Tell him he's got, like, it can be, you can make it up. Tell me his head's too small. Yeah, just like make it up. It doesn't even have to be about racing.
Oh, we're gonna do too manly of a voice, maybe.
Too what?
Too deep of a voice.
Oh, too sexy. Yeah, it's a little
bit.
Yeah,
making me feel like a little bit, putting me down as a little kid.
Oh yeah, Cam's got a deep voice. Yep. What else? Give me 2 more.
You know what? I think the name Camzilla, every time I think of it, I think of Godzilla. So I can't get that out of my head.
Yep.
And then I'll do one thing on the racing. He is a lot better in GT3 than I thought he was. A lot better.
Yeah, because are you saying he looks shit?
He looks like he'll get a lap done, and then at the end it's just like slowly plummeting down a little bit. So
he's a very fast driver. He's a very, very good driver. He's had a lot of experience, and he's a good dude. That's why we're giving him shit. And I don't know Sean very well, but he's pretty funny. So give us 3 things about him as well. Might as well make 2 of them up.
2 of them up. First of all, Backmarker. That's a good name in racing, right? I mean, you got to go all the way to the back.
The only way is up as well.
And then 2, I haven't even seen him race. I mean, so I need to get a good look at that.
Yeah.
So maybe he can put in more hours. Clock in into work, just putting it to ACC.
His commitment's just not there. Yep. And what's the last one?
Last one.
Go crazy. Go tell us. The truth doesn't matter.
Truth doesn't matter. Goddamn. You know what? I don't know why, but I feel like he has very a very baby voice. Very opposite of Camzilla.
I don't hear that at all. I was more jealous when I found out he works for NASA. Like he's obviously very smart. He drives sports cars and all those sort of things. And I'm just like, man, this guy has everything. I don't know if that's
Wait,
true, but
oh, okay.
but I just
I need that verified first. Don't plummet me down already.
exactly. All right, and then so the Nord is coming up. So have you guys talked about strategies yet, as far as like who's going first, who's going in the middle, who's going last, or are you just gonna kind of figure it out?
I mean, we're kind of figuring it out. We're still practicing. We're learning driver swaps. We are thinking about strategy. We're kind of gonna ballpark it. I mean, I know we have a 7 stop, minimum for the race. So we're just thinking, fill up that tank, get out there. Don't, don't ruin our own race by crashing out, and then, just letting others do their race, letting us catch our pace, and then just having a good time on that 8 hours.
Yeah, it's tricky. We found like there's some good pace there. I'm not super fast there yet. I don't even really know the track. I've got up to the bus stop down, but beyond that and the tail end of the track, I've got a lot of that down, but there's that little section between there that I'll come into it like, oh, this is a flat corner, and then I go straight into the fence because it is not a flat corner. And then I'll be like, oh, this is a braking corner, and then it's like, oh, it was a flat corner. So I'm still trying to figure that section out. Because I haven't really done much time on the Nord. We've never raced there in a league, so I haven't had to apply myself. And but I'm not that fast. But the main thing we spoke about was like it costs you so much time to wreck the car. It's better to probably do 9-minute laps than do 8.5-minute laps and have to pit every second lap because you've crashed the car. So that's kind of our strategy. I'm going first, get the worst out of the way, but also because I have a commitment in the afternoon I completely forgot about when I signed up for it. So that, and I think Victor will go second because of the time zone. And then I think maybe CM is going to go last. I can't remember. And Bongit and CM seem more flexible, so we'll see. But yeah, that's our strategy. We're also going to try and pick crew for each other, have someone on comms with you while you're driving, just to talk you through it, calm you down if you need, all that sort of stuff. But I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's important to let the guys get away and not be pressured behind you. I think that's going to be the strategy there, but I'm excited, man. I think I'm going to do 2 hours straight. I think some of the guys might even swap out every hour and rotate it up, but I'm just getting it out of the way. I don't care. I'm an ogre, but Deeds, you're not involved in this, but you got any thoughts? You going to jump in and fill in that 4th seat on Saturday?
Sadly, I got plans on Saturday. I can't do it.
That's a lie. I don't believe you. But
is it going to be streaming anywhere?
Sorry, what's that?
Is it going to be streaming anywhere so we can catch it if we have some time?
Oh, we will. We'll try and stream that. I think CM's going to stream ours, or someone's going to stream it.
Is the link that whatever league that is, are they streaming?
Sully would be good, yeah. So, all right. So that's that. Now we also have Barcelona. Is it Barcelona coming up?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. In
Barcelona coming up. How's your prep going there? Have you got there yet?
Not at all.
No.
No, I'm just fully, prepping for the Nürburgring, and then, obviously I have other personal duties to attend to, so I haven't gotten too much practice on that one.
That's there's like you can learn things from I think addicts and people like that, that the best thing to do is start, with video games when you get involved in them is to start withdrawing from life and making excuses and not going out and just staying in and withdrawing. It's a real hit in Japan right now. Like a lot of the young guys are just not bothering to involve themselves in society. So if you want to get some more practice in, you could try alienating your friends and family and not paying your bills and stuff like that. And that will actually allow you to get a lot more seat time. So that's just some advice from someone who's a bit older, but things might be different these days. That's great. So, well, there's not much to talk about Barcelona then. I guess Deeds and I can. You got some laps there.
Yeah, I got some laps. Do me a favor, both of y'all. Try the rain practice server because that's insane. CM set up the server to be the most amount of rain possible, so it's hilarious to drive. My best lap on there is 2 minutes 14 seconds, which is very slow.
Oh man, I imagine some of those corners will be real slidey. That left-hander that goes up the hill, that's really a chicane, but you just kind of drive straight through it. I imagine that will be an absolute nightmare. Are you familiar with Barcelona at all, Nathan? Nate?
Yeah, I am. I've raced on it on F1 21, so I have a little bit of some like references. Obviously different car, so I'll adjust to that. But I think Barcelona is a good track to race on.
Does F1 have the chicane at the end, or is it no chicane for F1?
On F1 21, there's the chicane.
All right, yeah. So we're doing the chicane version, but then our GT7 World next round is Barcelona as well with no chicane. So it's actually good practice. So any of our GT7 or GT World drivers that are thinking of dipping their toes in an ACC, even if you want to jump in one race, this will be a good one to get you some extra practice before your World race, and then we'll have some more cars and some more friends in there. Okay, so that'll be fun. We'll look forward to that. I have a little bit of a trivia for you. We did this last time. Let's see if you can get this. We're going to play What Track Am I Driving At? Did you see that on the last one?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So this one might be really tricky, but I don't know which tracks you've driven, and you might not even be familiar with this track, but take your time, have a look. Is the audio on? Let's just check that. 1 second. Can you guys hear audio?
Yeah.
All right, so we're about to start. You'll hear the guy go green, green, green. There we go. We started right now. So we just crossed the start line. Talk us through it. Any thoughts you have, let us know. Obviously, it's a straight right now. Now's where we start getting some information. Anything coming to you here?
I heard you're hitting some curves, so I'm picking up that.
Maybe this part will help you,
Wow.
I think. Any ideas so far?
For some reason, my mind is leaning towards Monza just because of the curves, but I'm not entirely sure.
I'll tell you it's not Monza because I would never pick to drive on Monza
Yeah.
on purpose. I'll give you that one clue. I think we're almost there. We've still got a few bits left.
All right, so 2 minutes. Very difficult.
Yep.
At least for me.
I think that's it right there. So we'll stop that.
All right.
And you want to just guess, just throw a track out there.
Oh my God. That's the thing. Most of my track knowledge is like F1, so ACC I haven't even.
That should help you.
Oh, damn. Okay.
All right, we'll give you 10 seconds.
So if I get it wrong, there's no excuses here.
Yeah.
I want to just say Silverstone just because I know that's on both. Thing is that you had like almost a 2-minute lap time. I'm not completely sure the lap time.
All right, you
So
want
I'm
to
gonna
know
just
what
say
it was?
Silverstone. Yeah.
It's going to seem really obvious. It's the Nürburgring GP layout. Come in, first turn, straight around.
Oh my God.
You
Yeah.
didn't hear the wrecking.
I should have.
I think I may have thrown you off at the start with you might not be familiar with this track, but
Yeah, I haven't.
because I thought it might be too obvious. So, wow,
Yeah.
well done. Let's see if any of our viewers actually get that. But yeah, man. Well, I mean, good try. It was really interesting watching you process it. Half the time you weren't even like looking at the screen; you were listening to the engine. Like you seem very in tune with it. Is that true, or was it just the way it came across on the camera?
So yeah, again, I was just listening to the audio. I haven't done the Nürburgring GP. I know we're doing the Nürburgring 24. but my mind didn't go straight to that. And
Well, it's actually it
yeah,
was the 24, but obviously you
but
do a lap
it's
of
a
the, yeah,
GP, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when you're playing the video, I was just hearing the car bottoming out. I'm trying to, hear the gears, trying to guess like how fast you're going into a turn. So yeah, those are the type
Unbelievable.
of things I was thinking about.
That's fascinating. Yeah,
Actual
exactly.
footage.
Yeah, that's pretty unbelievable, man, to be honest.
I mean, I still got it wrong, but
Yeah. Well, do you have any breaks coming up for college? They do spring break and all that next week, or
yes, next week is my spring break.
you going
So
home?
yeah, should be going home.
Where is home? Is it California?
Yeah, in LA.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not an actor. You're not a waitress who pretends to be an actor.
No, not
No,
yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
You'll get there with the.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, with college, I'll just drop it all right after and then go straight to acting. That's
Can
the
you
dream
even,
right there.
Can you even live in LA if you're not a bartender or a barista that's an actor and this is their part-time job? Is that allowed?
No, I don't think it's allowed. No, I think it's a criminal offense.
They have like not immigration, but like they have like LA like deportation where they're like, if you don't pretend to be an actor, we're gonna move you to like Wyoming or something. Like you have to
Yeah.
pretend that here. But yeah. Well,
Don't
sweet.
know
The other reason, go ahead, Deets, sir.
Next weekend, if you on Sunday, since you're racing on Saturday, G2 World Challenge is going to Sonoma, so you might be able to head over there.
Oh, the real GT World Challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. They're the ones that just did. No, that was WEC that just did Sebring, right?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
They're
That
about
was
to.
no, they just did it last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I meant to go to it, but I forgot about it, and then I just forgot how lazy I am, and I would never actually probably get up and go because I'm lazy. But
You ever get
But
a
I
chance to
wanted
go to the
to.
GT World Challenge race? You should definitely do it.
oh yeah, that's awesome. I got to get over there at some point. But oh well, man. I mean, this has been awesome. One thing I want to ask you is, we have a 3-week break, and we want to pose this to our other people as well. Do we want to add? Do you have any interest in a team endurance event in those 3 weeks of no racing? Like a less challenging than the Nord, maybe a 4-hour 2-car. Like, is that something that interests you, Nate? You don't have to answer it now. What date would that put us at, Deeds, for if we did it in the middle of those 3 weeks? Have a look at that. But would that interest you in doing a race there? Are you looking forward to a 3-week break? What are you thinking?
You know what? I would love any reason to just get on the game and start racing. So I would go for the like 4-hour endurance, something like that. I would be
Awesome,
all up
man.
for it.
What track, if you had to say so, what track would you want it to be at? What's your sort of like cool like endurance race ambition?
I don't know why. Again, I know my mind keeps going to it. I want to do Silverstone as an endurance. If
Okay.
if we were to do it, I do know that in some games, when Silverstone is in the wet, I mean, it's raining hard, it can be really good racing. There's not, there's enough corners and enough straights, so it's good, for overtaking each other,
Yeah.
having good pace. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that track yet. I know it as a race fan, but I'm not a driving. It's kind of like Circuit of the Americas. Like, I know that track pretty well to watch it, but it's very different watching it on TV from the side than being behind the wheel, like knowing the
Yeah.
pace and the line and all that stuff. So I'm excited to try all these new tracks. I think mine, I feel like I'm alone with this. Mine would always be Bathurst because I haven't done one there yet. And the big races in Australia, and everyone kind of hates it and loves it at the same time. So
Yeah.
it's that look on your face then. What was that? That was like, no,
Just turn one, like just the first.
too
I'm
much.
shooting. Yeah, I already know I'm gonna shoot past it, hit the wall.
It's
Retire.
unbelievable. The whole upper mountain being enclosed like that, it's just, I can't imagine the cojones it takes to, like, especially coming down the chase, where you go over the top and then you come down and you've got the
Yeah.
chicane coming flat out. It's just unbelievable. So that would be fun. I keep doing these things as well, though. Like, we signed up for this 8-hour Nordschleife, and there were all these other events I saw for normal tracks, and I'm like, no, let's do the big one. It's just like, I should just do something enjoyable for once. Like,
Why I'm telling you, Indianapolis, that would be my choice.
Don't we have that in the calendar, or we didn't because it's a DLC?
No, it's a DLC pack. The only DLC one we have is Alton Park because most people have the GT4 pack.
I tried that the other day for the first time just for shits and giggles, and it felt like a go-kart track. It's so small. Like it's one of those like it's almost like Big Willow racetrack. There's no run. Sorry, there's only runoff. So if you go, you're going to go as far as you mess up. You could go for a couple of miles off the track. Like it's like one of those you'll pay for it if you get it wrong. But that's awesome. So, Nate, I think thanks for joining us, man. And
You forgot to ask another question.
oh, what's the question? You go ahead,
This
Deez.
is no Junkai, so we can't do that one. But would you rather once a week go on a date with Jim, or and everybody knows about it, or wake up? What was it? Once a week or just once
Wake up once a
Once.
week in bed. Let's say me.
with Larry? Nobody has to know about that.
Jim is public. You got to hold his hand, and everyone's going to see it. Oh no, the question was: would you rather wake up in bed? Sorry, go on a date with Jim, hold hands, all that stuff.
Once a
You
week.
can be a strong, independent man. You don't have to sleep with him or anything like that. But you can if you want, or wake up in bed with me once a week and no one knows about it. I love how difficult that you're pretending that this is.
You know what? There's one question, and it's gonna.
You have to hold hands
Again,
with Jim.
This is just me. This is just me. If I were to wake up in bed next to you, would I get breakfast? That's going to be the give or take right now.
I mean, yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh, then yeah,
definitely, yeah.
Free, that's free food for me. So
Hey,
I'll take
I
it.
win. I thought Jim
Yeah.
was going to clean sweep this all season. I thought this was over. Let's go. Yes. Dude, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you, man. It's great. You're joining the league. You're a great addition to the league, man. And any last thoughts?
No, I mean, thank you to you guys. You guys are hosting an amazing league. Very welcoming league that I was very nervous going into. I remember talking to my sister. She's the one telling me, calm down. These people seem nice. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna go out there. Show them what you can do. So very just grateful to have a community in ACC and being able to be competitive with everyone else and having clean races. So thank you to you guys.
That's awesome.
If you I don't feel like we're doing Deviant Justice or Deviant Racing justice, if you ever get Gran Turismo and you want to check out some of the other stuff in there, they've got like other one make series, Sunday Cups, whatever. Try those as well, just if you have some free time. But we like to keep you at ACC if we have that chance.
Exactly. Yeah, man. No, it's you're a great addition. I remember when you first joined and we couldn't get you on comms, and it's like it's not mandatory. The only time it's mandatory is for the race. But we were just like, man, who is this guy? Is this like Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson? Just some mysterious dude that's like fast and it's always like when you invite someone too, there's always this little part of me is like, come, my little child. Like, no matter your age, just come join us. We'll take care of you. We're fast and organized. And then you showed up and you were so fast. I was like, let's go leave him by a bin somewhere for the police to find. Let's walk this baby back out. And, it's like, oh, look at my little one. He's growing up. 146. I can't even do a 148. Get him out of here. But yeah. But no,
It's
great
nice to have
driving, man.
more than just like 2-3 people we can look up to try to get faster. So it's good to hopefully we can use you to get better ourselves.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
And keep watching when this comes out, and you'll see that we've actually got a little surprise to get you going on Barcelona and help your lap times and get you going there. But dude, thank you so much for joining us. Great to get to know you. I like that my drawing was 100% on point. Deeds was a little bit more generic, let's say, but still, I think it captured all of us except for me with the beard. I think Deeds actually drew himself as well as you. Like you both could probably fit that picture, yeah. But sweet, man. Well, hey, we'll leave you here and we'll chat you soon.
All right, thank you guys.
What a guy!
Yeah,
I keep having these younger guys that we meet. Like Arcane, you see them on the podcast and Rudy and all this sort of stuff. And they're all just so much more articulate and mature, conversational than I ever could have been at that age. You know what I mean? They're just like, I don't know if it's like the exposure to the internet or something like that, but like,
The weirdest part, I work with a lot of kids his age, and I get very annoyed with some of them.
oh, because they're little mutes, yeah. But like these guys,
No, it's not because they're little. They don't know when to stop talking.
oh yeah, but it's not so much the level of talking; it's like
The
they're
humility.
articulate. They know, like, I mean, I meant to bring it up, but I got distracted. But the way he was talking about racing there is like that's some like respectfully, you know, I think I'm a savant in some of the things I do, but that's some like savant shit. Like he's just like on point, you know, like the way that he tried to figure out our lap by listening to the car, the curb noises and that. I was fascinated by that. I was really curious. Like that was amazing to me.
Let's get back to Hungarian. We
Let's
asked
get back
Nate
to
how
there.
he was doing. How did your race go outside of the pit fiasco at the end?
Oh, that was my favorite part of the race. So basically, very quickly, Victor and Nate separated themselves from the group. I wouldn't say that they dropped us, but it was very, very clear quickly that it was going to be the three Porsches of Mr. Fish, Bongett, and me having a race. I think I might have got ahead of Fish at one point. No, I can't remember, but Bongett and I exchanged places a few times. He made an amazing pass on me at the turn. You know, the last two like hairpins onto the main straight, the big sweepers. The right turn before that, he made an amazing pass on me that was so good and unexpected. I actually had a mini like the fuck Bongett, and then I was like in my head, like, but he didn't touch me. He got in front of me. I didn't have to lift. It was actually beautiful. Like I said, my reaction wasn't what he did. It was just so surprising and clean.
Yeah.
Like it shook me. It was like amazing. So kudos to him. I've been having some trouble, like I said, and with my setups and the car feeling slidey, and I just could not for the life of me figure out how to get the car to grip with any consistency into big turns. Especially the faster ones, like the sweeping hairpins, which Hungaroring had like 67 of them. So this week I just said, like, I'm not frustrated because I'm having a lot of fun, but I was getting frustrated. I don't mind being slow if I know why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like if I'm like, oh, I don't know the track or I have to do this or like, it doesn't bother me. But when I'm like, I can't figure out why 10 times out of 10, sometimes I get 10 out of 10 full grip in the corners. Sometimes it's 3 out of 10. Sometimes it's 7. Sometimes it's 1. And it doesn't frustrate me that I'm getting it wrong. It frustrates me that I couldn't figure out why. So the other day, I just put a safe setup on, adjusted my tire pressures, lowered the rear downforce and the ride height, and that's it. And now I feel like I'm driving the car again. And, you know, I'm getting close to Vic's lap times already. And, you know, I think I'm going to be a lot more competitive. But mostly, even if I'm not, even if Vic still gets away, which is a good chance, and Nate, they're going to get away, like, at least I know how to drive the car now and it's more fun. Like, that's sort of, you know, what's exciting for me. But
maybe you should take a note out of Nate's page and mess with your traction control in the middle of the turn.
well, Vic is what blew my mind. The biggest setting, too. I have to thank Victor for this because my race was my tires got cooked after about 20 minutes. And then I did an extra 20 minutes because I was like, well, I'll suffer up front and then I'll try and get a good 20 minutes out of my second set of tires. I did my pit stop right at the end of the pit window. So like 38 minutes or something like that. And then it was after the race that I said to Victor, like, damn, son, like you've been saying all week that you fucking can't drive here. We can bleep that out. You can't drive here, but now you're in the 45s. Damn. And he said something that hit me. He's like, yeah, I figured it out. My traction control was too low. And I realized that Gran Turismo has forced us all to believe traction control, slow, bad. Yep. And I said, what's it on? And I think he said between 6 and 8. I was like, 6 and 8?
Yeah, mine's at 6.
And he's like, yeah, and 0 on traction control too, which I already had on 0. But my settings were TC2 ABS 5. No, TC3. No, TC2 ABS 2 TC2 0. and I bumped up my TC to 6. So much better. Faster, tires aren't scrubbing out. Like, I'm in contact with the road. Like, really, I just thought of this. Maybe it's not the safe setup at all. Maybe it's just the traction control. Maybe I should go back to actual setups and see if it improves that as well, because that rocked my world. But then I think I mentioned this, but my little debacle at the end, just, I don't know why, it just cracked me up. Like, I just thought it was so funny. Like, that the track limits one, that's on me, but God, that's a harsh penalty on that track, because to be on the limit, like, it's so easy to go wide there. So I got that, and I'm like, whatever, that's on me. I don't mind. So I go through and do the stop and go, but I speed into pits, and then I get the drive-through, and then I speed again to get in the drive-through, and I just thought my almighty collapse was just so funny. I just, like, I was so amused by it. I just thought it was
highlight is on the channel. Like, people could see you speeding through.
it just cracked. Even Webbo gave me shit about it. It was pretty funny. But let's talk about the broadcast. We had, I think, the world ones, I had a look at their average. They feature like 140, 150 views. We had like over 100 views on the same day. Like, a lot of people watched that. I know Nate shared it around with a few people. I know Mr. Fish has about 600 fans that watch it.
Mind if we take a second? I gotta use your restroom real quick.
What was I just talking about, right?
We were talking about the stream.
Oh, the stream.
Yeah.
So let's just start that again, because I think we cut that off very abruptly. So yeah, Webbo's stream. Another success. We had a ton of views, which was nice. I think Zanchin, Berman was in the chat. We had like some new names in there I hadn't seen before.
I've actually watched it.
Go ahead.
My wife watched it. She doesn't even watch the GT World Challenge when I was in it.
I mean, that's nice. Like, damn right she should. You're racing in a world challenge. You're like a fake professional driver now. But
we're currently at 171 views on Webbo's stream.
That's amazing. That's a really good turnout for that. Some technical issues with ironing out, but not with Webbo at all, just with the game itself. Like, and I think we have those ironed out. We got our man CM on that. Shout out to him again. Like, unbelievable, like, the support he's providing us and getting all this stuff going. It's absolutely amazing. But what was I going to say? My wife watched it. She said, look, he was having trouble like scrolling through the cars, but I think that we can get to where we want to be. What do you think? I want to get rid of the names on top of the cars. They look so stupid.
When it comes to, I've watched the GT World, the official GT World Challenge YouTube streams where they do their esports. They're not on.
Yeah, I think we turn him off because he has that board there.
The side, and that's it. They treat it like it's a regular race. So I don't mind it not being there. That's why we have our number system. That's why we can see that.
I think we can just turn that off. That'd be good for the next stream.
Plus, we got our little initials on the front of the car, which he even commented. Like, I didn't even notice that he could see them. He saw mine was TMD for.
The other thing I realized too is I'm gonna have to make sure that everyone's name that's in GT World that he knows is transferred, because I realized Preston is Edward Ned Lowe and a few people like that. So we just got to do that, but we'll give him the information and he can do that well. But to close this out, let's talk about the next round. And I think we should go ahead.
Before we do that, I still wanted to share the standing so far based off.
Oh, yeah. So before we move to the next round, let's bring up the standings.
Like we mentioned last week or last podcast, if they got a fastest lap, they get an extra point. If they got pole, they get an extra point.
Yep.
So Vic, with both of them again, because
you want to share? You want to share your screen, bro?
Oh shoot, I'm not sharing. Sorry, I thought I was. Anyway, Vic, again with the pole and fastest lap, leading that pack. So he's currently, we drop one race for in case somebody misses one. But right now he's still in first place with 37 points. Fish with his second place in a row. Very respectful driver during this past race. Every time he passed somebody, it was nice. He commented about how they're racing clean and that he passed them pretty well. It was really good to hear that on the comms. Then Cam is tied with Bongit. Bongit's first race, let me remind you, went 25 points. So Cam got third place in the first race, Mabanga got third place in this one. So like this is insane. People are actually getting better about like racing competitively at that level already. Nate, sadly, with the disconnect, finished last place in the GT3s, but he's still currently fifth place with 21. And I'm hoping this drop race can kind of negate any of what happened with the last one with his disconnects. Then you got yourself.
Yep. Well, 2 sixth places, consistency.
Yeah. Then I finished in seventh. K Morris finished in eighth, but with the drop races, we're actually tied at 15 points even. We still got some reservist drivers who haven't raced, but we have a new racer who's hopefully going to make it next week at Barcelona.
Yep.
And then GT4, see him with his first race and first pole. And Preston, who has had fastest lap 2 races in a row, are tied for first place in the GT4. Then Chaotica came in third place and is currently on third place. Jim with his first fourth place, which was really good to see his name up there. Then sadly, we won't have Don't Need Time anymore, but currently he's in fifth place in the standings. And then Rue and Backmarker Racing are tied with 18 points, which will probably change after this next race.
Yeah, Jay is leaving just because of frustration with the game, which I totally get. He has got penalties and things just not working out for him, and I get it. It just doesn't end up being fun at a certain point. So we get that, but I hope he changes his mind because he's an awesome dude and a great driver. But
we can hopefully keep him in reserve. Backmarker, I want to talk about like how patient he was. I know he was in the back the whole time. He had some issues early. He had to go into pits early, but like he's finished the race. It's another one of those things with like Nate. Nate didn't have to come back. Yeah, but instead he did. And both of them, despite any issues that they may have had, finished the race, finished it strong. And it's really good to see that. So kudos to both of them. I'm hoping we can get Backmarker on this podcast, maybe next pod.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll figure that out.
It definitely shows to me more character to finish a race when times are. I mentioned this about Cam at Laguna Seca. I think it takes just as much character and determination to finish a race when everything is going wrong than it does to finish a race in first with pressure behind you. Like it's just as much. Preston had some adversity this race. There was a incident where, unfortunately Chaotica and him came together and he had to pit, and kudos to him for just getting it done. Fantastic effort by him. Great sportsmanship by Chaotica, who just put in the IR right away to make sure it got solved. No hard feelings, and that's what we're going for in the league. It's absolutely fantastic so far. The piece is one of my favorite parts, is just racing with my friends. I'd rather get 3 penalties in 2 laps at the end of every race and drive with people that chill. I think, we just have to remind people it's a race. And, we also, the way I think about it, I was explaining it to someone, it's like, you just enjoy it. Like, it doesn't matter that much, That wasn't what I was saying, but I just changed my mind. But it's,
and we're not really supposed to speak on incident reports, but we only brought this one up because that's another thing we want to talk about is an update to our penalty system.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's not going to be retroactive penalties or anything added, but for the future, we've added a few things.
And this is just a growth thing as well. Like, it was the incident being filed that, in collaboration with Sully, who is our race steward, who makes all the determinations, and thank you to him. Always willing to give up his time. There is no one better for this role that I think I've ever met, let alone in this league, because he is the most neutral, law of the land. Like, just that's what we agreed to. That's the rule. And that's what we need. We need fairness without emotion. We don't need opinions. We need facts. And Sully just thrives on that stuff. So shout out to him. But, we noticed that there was no point penalties for incidences. So we're going to add those going forward, not retroactively.
The other thing was Chaotica yielded his spot to where Preston can gain it back. And we felt with Sully's discussion that we need to penalize that differently.
Yes.
So like if you completely ignored it, you're basically doubling your penalty in time wise.
Correct. So do you want to bring up do you have the thing?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Share that up and we'll show it. So Chaotica got in this particular instance, and we want to talk in the future from an educational standpoint about incidences, what could have been done better, how we can avoid it in the future. But this one was just a mistake. It really, there's nothing to talk about. A couple of gentlemen sorted it out. Everyone's happy. But in this incident, so he got a 15-second penalty. And it was on the second lap, but had it been the first lap, he would have got an additional 30 seconds. He also would have got 2 points plus an additional 2 points if it was on the first lap. But as you can see here, it's pretty self-explanatory. First instance, 15 seconds. Second is 15. Third is 30. And then you can see the did not yields. They just add another 15 seconds plus points. And all of this, I think we want to drive home the fact that we go on a lot about culture and not arguing and this and that, and to the point where sometimes it can seem a little too much. But I want to drive home that these conversations are important so we don't have to do it in the game. It's easier to sit here now and emphasize that these things are important so we can enjoy ourselves when the enjoyment is needed. So, yeah, I think
we also added a no contact rule for even after the race, because while it doesn't affect our servers because we don't need a specific safety rating, it does help or prevent. It does affect other people's servers.
Yes. So what we're talking about is like tomfoolery after the race. Like apparently it does affect your safety rating. I had no idea. So it was a good little thing to learn too, is that even before the race, even after that, your safety rating can be affected. I currently have to do 11 20-minute races to get my safety rating high enough to do the 8-hour Nord. like in total for 16, because when I used to play, I would just ram the AI out of my way sometimes if they annoyed me. So my safety rating is tanked. So as someone who's going through all this effort to build a safety rating back, we just thought we'd just let everyone know that it's very important that you don't ruin someone else's safety rating on purpose or with silliness,
Silly Sallies.
But yeah, so I think we're getting close to closing this bad boy out, but we have a very special treat. We have something that we can show you for our next round, a little preview by one of the greats in this league, both ACC and sport and world in general. We have had the great Victor do us a lap guide, and I'm the only one who's seen this, as well as Victor. I was blown away by the editing, the care, everything. So we're going to watch that now. We're going to bring that up. We'll watch it live, but I'll overlay it so there's better audio, Deeds. But let's just watch this through. Let me start sharing my screen. But thank you, Victor. This is very much appreciated and amazing, knowledge and feedback from you here. So here we go.
Buenos días, señores y señores. Buenos días, señores y señores. Bienvenidos al Circuito de Cataluña. Welcome, everybody, for what is going to be round number 3 of our ACC League. We will travel this time in Spain, Barcelona, the homeland of paella and dirty drivers. I'm Victor. I was asked to make a short lap guide for this round of the league. I'll try my best and I hope it helps. This track was born in 1991. Since then, it's been a go-to spot for testing, racing, and occasionally a place where some overconfident drivers were embarrassed. It's hosted F1, MotoGP, and some wild endurance races. Let's dive into the lap and see what is the way to go. I was using a racing setup, 32 liters of fuel. This is not a hot lap. I was applying the GT7 lines. They seem to work. You can definitely go faster, but this is somehow the average way to go through the track, and I think it should help. Coming into the main straight, stay on the left, 2 wheels on the green. 100-meter board is your braking mark. You brake, you go down to second gear, turn number 1 named health. You attack the green part of the curb, not just like I do. You want to commit even more than that. You want to put 2 wheels on the green. On the first part and on the second part. Upshift to third to gain traction. No brakes. Lift off a little bit at the middle of the corner called Renault, number 3. And gain a good exit. Abuse the track limits. Don't go wide, but push the throttle as much as you can. We are coming now on corner number 4, Repsol. You want to attack this very deeply. You want to trail brake on the entry. Stay on the right even more than I did. I understeered a little bit. I kind of lost apex. You want to stay on second gear and to the right. Maximize the exit. Use the whole track. Go on the left, then position yourself on the right. And we are going to the corner named seat, number 5. Brake before the entry, let the car rotate. You can stay in second gear if you're carrying enough speed. First gear if you're going wide. You maximize the exit, you commit to the right, and we're going through what I believe is the most challenging and important part of the track. Corner 6 and now 7, worth. So I downshift to second gear and I start braking on the white line on the right before the white and red. If you want to go deeper, you can try doing that. But that's the thing, you want to brake. Stay on the left, even more than I did. This is like, again, it is the thing. You want to attack these curbs, this green part of the curbs. You want to put 2 wheels in there. Let the car rotate. You want to push the throttle again and turn the next corner into a straight. You want to abuse this one. Don't brake, upshift, and yeah, for the next one, same rules. No brakes, lift off a little bit on the center part, hit the apex, full on the throttle, maximize the exit, use the whole track. You can get your lap invalidated over here. So try to stay in within the track limits, but get a good exit. We will now go towards the next one, 100-meter board, maybe a little bit after that. You want to brake heavy, 100% brake, off the throttle completely, down to first gear, maybe second gear sometimes. I believe first gear is the better option, the car rotates better. There are 2 different lines. You can do a slow U-turn, or as I do over here, I hit a late apex, I carry a lot of speed, and I think this is fast too. It's up to you. Next one, again, you turn this into a straight. You put the wheels on the green, you upshift for traction, and then again, second gear, you commit to the right, no brakes at all if you don't need it, and you want to go back on the throttle as soon as you can. Coming into the last chicane, don't get closer to the sausage. If you hit that sausage, it's over. It's gonna kill your car. So just right over the curb, the white and red, second gear, no brake, carry the speed, downshift to first. This is very slow. You wanna have, this is crucial as well, you wanna have a slow entry and a very fast exit. After that, you go back on the throttle, no brake whatsoever from your horn, commit to the right, you push towards the final straight, and you get your time. Mine was a 46.5. It can be improved. It can be improved a lot, but I think those are the lines. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys on track.
I mean, fantastic video. Like,
That was very impressive.
that, the editing and all that sort of stuff. I mean, everything about that, the driving, the information. He kept it very generic because he's driving a car that, you know, is so far from the Porsche and probably a little different from the Beamer and all that stuff.
A lot lighter than the Beamer. So
every bit of that information could be utilized, even though he's in a specific car. It's really well. Is that you or me? It's really well done. And thank you so much, Victor. He did come to me at some point and always said, you know, if there's anything I can do to help you guys out. And I said, well, funnily enough, I think this is something you would love to do. I also think it's something you'd be great at doing. And would you do it? And he loved it, you know? And I think that is, I expected 10% of what he did, not because of Victor, just because of effort. Like, you know, like we don't expect anything crazy, but we appreciate that greatly. Victor, as fast as he is, I don't know if you've ever seen this. I talk to Victor a lot, but, you know, he he doesn't just drive a track and figure it out. He writes notes. He dedicates himself. He does all this stuff, and sorry, we have this beeping going on. We can't figure out what it is. That's why we both keep looking distracted. But do you keep hearing it as well? I've heard it like 50 times. I don't know if it's on my end, but I don't think it is. But anyway, but Victor takes all these notes. What I'm trying to say is the man puts in the work. Like he puts in, like, it's very easy. You know, I used to have this when I used to build my own homes and that, and people would come in, they'd see the finished result and just say, oh, I remember my best friend said to me one day, I built this house, I'd worked my ass off, saved up, built a house for my ex and I. And he came in and goes, man, just things work out for you. And I remember how frustrating it was that, like, they didn't see all the work in that. So, like, Victor deserves everything he gets, man. He is very fast, but he works for it. He dedicates himself. And you saw nothing less in that video. What a fantastic video. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for the work, because that's a really helpful video. I will either ask Victor to upload it to his own YouTube channel so he gets the views, or I'll upload it to mine separately so people can utilize it. But yeah, what a fantastic video. I'm pretty much where we need to be. What are you thinking, Deeds? Got anything coming up? Anything we want to talk about? We'll talk about that intermediate. What date would it be? Did we ever put that out if we did an extra endurance race?
So we currently will have a break. Let me pull up the schedule. Between 12 April and 3 May. So it'd be sometime between then. But there is the issue of it kind of runs in their time frame of the relegation race for the GT World. So we'll have to work around that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem at all. But it would be an additional fun race. It wouldn't be that. And we would encourage those guys that can't make it to the season to maybe consider partnering up with someone. We could make it earlier in the day as a one-off, like a...
Yeah, we'll work with Junkai and Merck to try
to figure it out. Yeah, because I know Mercury
too. So
Mercury and I had an old man chat at like 10 o'clock the other night. We were on the phone for like 2.5 hours just talking about anything, and he was saying that he almost just jumped into the Hungary ring. It doesn't matter. So we just got to get those guys that are right on the edge of the water, dipping their toes, to just jump in with us, because and I understand what they're doing, because a lot of these guys are really busy. And for me, I'm probably at my max of what I could take on right now as far as racing goes. And that's the biggest reason that I haven't brought a PC, because something would have to give. And I'm almost certain that everything PlayStation related would go if I got a PC, So I feel these guys and that, but we hope to get them in there. Like I said, we got Spain coming up this week. It's going to be a great race. But better be, or else. Everyone's been fantastic. We got a new driver. We're going to do a recruitment drive soon. Try and get some more drivers in there, some more GT4s. Any feedback, guys, always let us know. Shout out to Jim, who's helping us in the background. CM, Victor, everyone's help. There's very few. Bongit doesn't do anything. Bongit just turns up and races. Bongit is like the only person that doesn't contribute, and we should shame him. I want everyone to go into our chat and do a drawing of shame for Bongit for not helping. Once I actually asked him to help, and he said, I'm too good to help you. It was actually, I might have made that up, but I would assume that that's what he would have said if I'd asked him. But no, I'm just kidding. Bongit's awesome. But everyone has been instrumental in making the community what it is. Especially those guys we mentioned. Jim's always been available. CM, Chaotica. I mean, everyone, if I missed anyone, I'm sorry, but thank you. This thing has really got some excitement around it. And we can't wait to keep going. You got anything else for us, dude? Cool.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time on what will be episode 3 of We Suck at ACC. We'll catch you later, everybody.